There are veterans who have been separated from military service for 10, 20, 30, or even 40 years who have never filed a VA disability claim. There are also veterans who filed once, received a denial or a low rating, became discouraged, and never looked at the issue again. Some believe too much time has passed. Some believe that because they were not in combat, they may not qualify. Others believe they do not have enough medical records or that another veteran deserves assistance more than they do. But here is the message I want every veteran to hear. Your service did not expire, and your story may still be worth reviewing. My name is Burrell. I am a United States Army veteran and the founder of the Veteran Entrepreneur Network. My own VA benefits journey did not happen all at once. Around 2012, shortly after leaving active duty and before beginning CDL school in San Antonio, Texas, I met with an accredited Veterans Service Organization representative. That representative helped me get the ball rolling on my first VA disability claim, including my back condition. At that point, I did not understand every VA rule, every form, or every type of evidence. I simply knew that I needed help getting started. After moving to Tennessee in 2019, I connected with a Shelby County VSO representative. I had previously been denied for PTSD while I was still living in Texas. The Shelby County representative helped me navigate the next steps. That process included a compensation and pension examination and ultimately resulted in my first PTSD rating of 10%. Years later, as my case became more complex and involved prior decisions, ratings, effective dates, employment history, and individual unemployability, I began working with a VA-accredited attorney. That experience taught me that different accredited representatives may serve different purposes at different stages of a veteran's journey. A VSO representative can be a strong starting point for a veteran filing an initial claim, gathering records, or trying to understand the process. An accredited claims agent may assist veterans with certain VA benefits matters. A VA-accredited attorney may become appropriate after a denial or when a matter involves a complicated history, a disputed effective date, a decision review, or a question about whether VA correctly applied the law or considered the record. The important word in all three situations is accredited. Before accepting assistance, veterans should verify the person through the Department of Veterans Affairs official accreditation directory. I created the free guide, 7 Steps for Veterans Who Have Never Filed or Gave Up Years Ago, because many veterans do not know where to begin. The guide does not tell anyone which condition to claim. It does not promise a disability percentage. It does not prepare an individual claim or replace an accredited representative. Its purpose is to help veterans organize their history, locate reliable assistance, and take the next responsible step. The first step is to give yourself permission to revisit the issue. You may have been out of the military for decades. You may have continued working. You may have learned to live with pain, anxiety, sleep problems, hearing loss, headaches, injuries, or other conditions. You may have convinced yourself that those problems were simply part of life after the military. Seeking accurate information is not asking for a handout. VA disability compensation is an earned benefit for veterans who meet the legal requirements. Your responsibility is to be truthful, gather your information, and allow qualified professionals to help you understand your options. The second step is to reconstruct your military service history. Write down your branch, dates of service, military occupation, duty stations, deployments, injuries, illnesses, accidents, and possible exposures. Think beyond combat, training accidents, vehicle incidents, repetitive physical work, hazardous materials, excessive noise, traumatic events, sleep problems, and behavioral changes can all be important parts of a veteran's history. You do not need to remember every exact date before asking for help. Start with what you know. The third step is to build a medical and symptom timeline. Write down when your symptoms began. Record when you first received treatment, how the condition changed, and how it affected your work, sleep, mobility, relationships, concentration, or daily activities. A condition may not have been formally diagnosed during military service. That does not automatically determine whether it is or is not connected to service. That question may require medical evidence and professional review. The fourth step is to locate previous VA decisions. A veteran who filed years ago may not remember what was claimed, why something was denied, what evidence VA reviewed, or how an effective date was assigned. Collect every decision letter you can find. Record the conditions, decisions, ratings, effective dates, favorable findings, and review rights. Do not choose a decision review option based only on a social media video or another veteran's experience. Every case has its own evidence, deadlines, and procedural history. The fifth step is to know who can help. Accredited VSO representatives generally provide free assistance. Accredited claims agents and VA-accredited attorneys may charge fees under permitted circumstances, typically after VA has issued an initial decision. Ask questions before signing anything. Ask whether the representative is accredited. Ask what types of cases they handle. Ask whether they will review your prior decisions. Ask about deadlines, communication, fees, and written agreements. The sixth step is to protect yourself from predatory or unaccredited claim services. A professional website, military imagery, or veteran testimonials do not prove that a company is authorized to represent veterans. Be cautious when someone guarantees a 100% rating, guarantees approval, requests your VA.gov password, demands large upfront payments, pressures you to sign immediately, or encourages exaggerated or dishonest statements. No one can honestly guarantee the outcome of an individual VA claim. Always verify accreditation. The seventh step is to take one responsible action this week. You do not need to solve everything today. You can begin by locating your DD-214. You can write down your current conditions and symptoms. You can collect previous VA decisions. You can make a list of military, VA, and private treatment providers. You can search for an accredited representative, and you can schedule one conversation. Asking questions does not commit you to filing a claim. It simply allows you to become better informed. Veterans may also hear about an intent to file. An intent to file may preserve a potential effective date while a veteran gathers information and evidence for certain claims. Under current VA guidance, the completed claim generally must be submitted within 1 year to preserve that potential date. Because timing and filing methods matter, veterans should follow current VA instructions or consult an accredited representative. Private notes, conversations with another veteran, or contact with a private company do not establish an intent to file with VA. I am not sharing this because I have every answer. I am sharing it because there were years when I did not know which questions to ask. My experience with VSO representatives in Texas and Tennessee, and later with a VA-accredited attorney, showed me how important it is to get the right type of help at the right stage. My experience does not guarantee anyone else a particular result. Every veteran's service, health history, evidence, and claim are different. But veterans should not automatically disqualify themselves because they have been separated for many years or because they were denied in the past. Do not make VA's decision for VA. Do not assume that your records are too old. Do not assume that your symptoms do not matter. Do not assume that a previous denial means there is nothing left to review. Tell the truth. Organize your history. Protect your personal information. Verify anyone offering assistance, and take the next responsible step. Your service did not expire. Your story is still worth reviewing. Download the free guide, 7 Steps for Veterans Who Have Never Filed or Gave Up Years Ago, through VetBiz Media. The guide includes service history worksheets, a medical and symptom timeline, a previous decisions worksheet, representative interview questions, claims predator warnings, and a 7-day action plan. This resource is educational only and does not provide legal advice, medical advice, claim preparation, or representation before VA. For individualized guidance, consult a properly VA-accredited representative. Visit vetbizmedia.com to download the guide and learn more about the upcoming Veteran Benefits Reset Blueprint. Keep learning, keep moving forward, and never forget that your service still matters.